Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me for our June 2016 tarot reading. This is for the sign of Libra, and let's get started with the reading. As I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. At the beginning of the month, we'll take a card from the top. For the middle of the month, we're going to take a card from the center. And for the end of the month, we're going to take a card from the bottom. Okay, so Libra, what do we see here? We have the Knight of Swords in the beginning of the month. And it's a knight with his sword up in the air and the horse is trudging forward. This is the kind of energy, okay? This could represent a person in your life in the beginning of the month. Maybe somebody you know or someone that's going to enter your life. It could be an energy that surrounds you in the beginning of the month. But either way, this is going to be a very impatient and rebellious type of energy to start the month out, Libra. So you may be dealing with a very impulsive, rebellious, younger person. This person is the kind of person that's reckless. He doesn't think before he acts. He just rushes on in. Like you could see, his horse is ready to gallop away. His sword is in hand. He's ready to go into battle. And this is a time where you may feel like you can't focus on things in the beginning of June. You may feel quite impatient yourself and rebellious. There's going to be some type of swift change in the beginning of the month, but it's going to lead to progress. What you want to do in the beginning of the month is to stand up for yourself and defend your position, whatever it may be. It may be, something to do with authority, where you feel like you have to defend yourself against authority. But either way, it's telling us that, maybe you've had a long existing type of conflict in your life and it's finally starting to begin to resolve itself. Just try not to be reckless and try not to be haphazard like this knight is. And what you need to do is you need to face whatever problem you're dealing with a clear head and not be impatient or rebellious. So this is basically going to be something that will challenge you in the beginning of the month, where you got to try to hold back. Try to hold back and not be as reckless. Because in the middle of the month, the Eight of Wands, that's telling me some type of a message is going to come quickly to you. Maybe you've been waiting to hear on something. Okay, and then finally you're going to get that message. It could either be a phone call. Okay, it could be something in the mail, the actual mail, or it could be like an email. But it's some type of long-awaited message that you're going to be getting, and you're going to be getting it quickly. It hasn't, and if it hasn't arrived by the middle of the month, this message or letter or some type of communication, it's going to arrive shortly after the middle of the month. And something is going to come to a swift completion. This could also mean, maybe it's something long distance. It doesn't have to be something in your local area, local vicinity, but this could be some kind of a long distance communication, either like via mail, email, phone. So expect some type of change in the middle of the month that's going to come quickly. And then at the end of the month, okay, we have Judgment. And such a beautiful card, this Judgment card. And when I look at this Judgment card, the first thing that stands out to me is he's standing before these people. These people are down here and he's, up here. And you have the angels here with their horns. They're sounding their horns. And when I look at this picture, the first thing I think of is to realize that some type of redemption is going to take place. Okay, it's like rising from the ashes, okay, and taking with you whatever lessons you've learned before and applying them to your future in order to be able to move on. It's like some type of a renewal or rebirth for you at the end of the month. That, you've learned your lessons, you've learned from your past, and you're moving on. You're feeling rejuvenated. So it's a good card. It's a positive card. And it's basically finding you coming to terms with whatever bad past experiences you may have had. Maybe you're realizing that whatever it was, had to happen. Okay, and that you learned your lesson and now you're making positive changes in your life and you're moving forward with the lesson and knowledge that you've learned. And you're realizing, like I said, a rebirth. Maybe your old self and your old ways, you've finally outgrown them, and you're moving on with all of the knowledge that you need and all of the lessons that you've learned. So it's an exciting time at the end of the month for this rebirth for you, and moving on from whatever it was that, maybe you weren't too happy about. Maybe this was you in the beginning, a very rebellious, reckless person, not wanting to be told anything. The knights represent like a teenager type of mentality. You know how teenagers are. They're fearless, but they don't realize. They think they know it all, but they don't. And sometimes an ounce of caution and stepping back is the most important thing you could do. You're going to get some type of a letter, communication, or message, and at the end of the month, you're going to be feeling rejuvenated. You're allowing all of that old self and those old ways to fall away, and you're moving forward. You're moving on at the end of June from whatever it was, and in a positive direction. And you're going to grow from whatever situation was taking place by the end of June. If you've enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel because I will be back.